with Eminem. He's representing on the Lyricist Lounge tour. He represented the illest without question. We're chilling here at some bar in downtown Boston. The man from Detroit is here. I got a couple of questions which everyone's gonna want to know. You just don't give a fuck. Everyone's gonna want to know.
Yo, that's for everybody who don't give a fuck. That's for everybody who don't like my shit. That's for everybody who tries to test me. That's for every time I gotta go for some dumb bullshit. That's for everything. That's for everybody. Alright? You know?
Alright.
That's me.
My question, everyone's been asking, when is the album dropping? So, we're gonna ask Eminem when the album's dropping at.
Next year!
Alright. Who's Eminem? I'm Slim Shady right now.
Alright.
You know? I'm saying that.
Nah. Shady, when's the album gonna be dropping? Because the LP snippet's already out. Everyone's asking me to dump the snippet tape for them. So.
I'll break it down for you like this. The Just Don't Give a Fuck and B-side Brain Damage is dropping October 13th. Then the My Name Is single, the one of the cuts that Dre produced, is dropping November 28th. In between there, I got some shit going on. I just did a song with Marilyn Manson. So I got some shit in between there. So we don't know if they're gonna drop that. I don't know what the deal is with that. But the full-length LP is coming at the beginning of January. Alright, so I might have like a month hiatus just to see how the second single does. The first single is like some underground shit, you know what I mean? You gotta start from the bottom up. I love the underground, that's where I came from, that's where I started from, you know? So,
hey, I got another question. The first time I listened to just the two of us, I was like, what is this? And then the second time I heard it was, I realized what the lyrics were saying. You want to explain a little bit about Just the Two of Us?
Just the Two of Us? That's a song about my daughter.
Who, Haley, right?
Yeah. I'm making my daughter famous. My little girl, it's almost a true story. Anybody out there that's got baby mothers that are bitches, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody out there who can relate to that shit, that's real. That's some real shit. And instead of me killing that bitch, all I'm saying, excuse my language, instead of me killing that bitch, all I'm doing is put my personal feelings on wax. And I've been through a lot of bullshit, and I just put like my personal life. I didn't want to put all of it, you know what I mean? People don't need to know a lot about my personal life and what's going on with me. That's not everybody's business. But what is my business is that my daughter is the most important thing in the world to me. That's real, you know what I mean? That's what I'm living for. That's what I'm doing everything for. That's what, all of this rap shit, everything that I do is for my little girl. Send her to college, make sure she got the best life possible. So, you know what I mean? That song is about me expressing my love for my daughter, but at the same time expressing hatred for my baby's mother. And that's some real shit. I don't know if anybody has ever really flipped it like that, and I didn't even mean to flip it like that. I was just putting my feelings on what I was angry. And I felt like at one time in my not just one time in my life, a few times in my life, I really felt like doing that shit. You know what I mean? So instead of me doing it, I put it on wax. I just express my personal feelings on wax. You know what I mean?
I got another question. Underground Hip Hop wants to ask, how did you meet up with Dr. Dre? You're like straight from the underground, and Dr. Dre's been around in the hip hop scene for a long time.
I'll tell you what happened.
I'm sure a lot of people ask you that, but I'm sure people out there want to know.
A lot of people ask me, but this is what happened. This is the deal. I did a thing last year. It was Windy Days. The rap coalition she put together, it was called the Rap Olympics. Wendy Day works for the Rap Coalition. She put together this event, it was called the Rap Coalition. And it was a bunch of MCs, signed and unsigned artists, that it was a big battle, or whatever. And I had taken second place in that. And I had I took second place, and it was some bullshit. But I took second place. Crowd, favoritism, some favoritism bullshit. But I won't even expand on that anymore. But I took second place in it, and I made a lot of connections through there. And I had given my tape. It's my manager, Paul.
What's up?
Yeah, he's always got a lot of smart shit to
Paul
say.
Bunyan. Y'all don't know.
Tall gunman. Yo, but I had given my tape, I had an EP out, a 6-song EP, and I gave my tape to some cats at Interscope, and they were trying to get Jimmy Iovine, he's the owner of Interscope, they were trying to get him to listen to it. He finally listened to it. When he did, apparently he dug what he heard, so he took it to his house. Huh?
Who was that? Pick him up.
Who, Jimmy Iovine?
No, who gave him the name?
Oh,
Evan.
This kid Evan Bogart and Dean Geisling. They gave him the tape, and they were like, I don't know, Jimmy listened to this or whatever. But then Jimmy took it to his house, and he played it for Dre. And then Dre was like, yo, where's this guy at? And 3 days later, I just happened to be out there. Because we got this, my production company got this huge loan, and we was getting like orders from everywhere for the Slim Shady EP. So what we wanted to do was take it to the West Coast and work our way back and take it everywhere. As many stores we could put it is what we wanted to do. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this short. 3 days afterwards, after we got to LA, I was on Power 106 or 92.3. I can't remember which station I was on, but I was rhyming over the phone tap beat. That's what's so ill about it. And Dre was coming home in his car, and he heard listening to it, and then he called up to the station and got a hotel room number. However he did it, We had a meeting with Interscope the next day, and it was all butter from there.
All right, a final question, because Bunyan back there says the light's running out, is I noticed besides your rhyme flow, which is like beyond ill and so unique, is the production that you got. Your production is ill, and I know Dre's not the only one doing beats for you. Like every joint that's come out, the beat just perfectly to flow. So I guess, can you elaborate on who's doing some producing?
I have a lot of shit to do with that. Me and my production team, FBT Productions, I'm with them now. I'm a member of the production crew, so I have a lot of say on my shit and how it comes out of the studio. If it's not hot, I don't let it come out. You know what I mean? So it's these cats, Mark and Jeff Bass, FBT that's doing my shit. This cat, Denon Porter, DJ Head, DJ Reg. All of these cats, besides Dre, you know what I mean? There's a lot of cats that nobody's heard about. They just got the hot shit, and I feel like I got an ear for that shit. What's hot and what's not, you know what I mean? So I just separate the two, and I just come out of the studio with the hottest shit that I can make. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all, this is an undergroundhiphop.com exclusive. You know, I don't even think any other sites have interviewed Eminem as far as I know. I don't want to hear no names.
Nah.
So,
ain't nobody else interviewed me, but I know there's one thing on the internet, if somebody interviewed me and it wasn't me. Somebody was pretending to be me, and I caught a lot of flack. It was an online chat.
How can you prove that this is the real Eminem? I guess, there you go.
That's why. And if y'all don't know what this means, I know y'all know what this means, but if you don't know what it really means, then you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. If you listen to hip-hop, if you love hip-hop, you're gonna find out what this really means.
Trust us,
Really means that.
we saw him in concert. No one could blow it up like the true Eminem. Y'all, that's it. Eminem, thank you very much, dude.
Good looking out for having me.
Yo, thanks, man.
Alright.
And thanks to, Paul Bunyan up here.
Alright?
What up?
Thanks a lot, seriously.
No doubt.
We the first to do this, and don't forget it. Eminem, Aftermath Records, buy the album, buy the new single Brain Damage, and just don't give a fuck. I guess remix.
October 13th.
October 13th. And I hope it falls on a Friday.
Go buy it. All right.
Alright?